Can be beautiful, inconvenient, and at times powerful, and it affects everything we do. At Spectrum News One, our weather experts update you with the information and the context you need so you can better plan your day. And we do it every 10 minutes. We're the calm in the storm, weather on the ones on Spectrum News One, exclusively on Spectrum. And get your weather anytime on the Spectrum News app.
Temperatures have been on the warm side for a while here. We've been in the 90s for multiple days now. We did it again today. That makes 41 days so far this year at or above 90 degrees. Now, the average amount of times we do that is about 47 times a year. So, an impressive number. We're not quite to our average level yet, and we won't make it there by the end of this stretch of hot weather, but that doesn't mean we're done for the year. So there's still a possibility that we get more later as we go into September. Happens all the time, especially in these drier patterns. So June we did it 14 times, hit 90 or higher. 13 times last month. We're already up to 14 this month. So we will see more 90s this month than any other month this summer, as we will see more later this week. The next several days we will get back into the 90s. I have a rain chance in sight, but not until probably late Friday night into Saturday. That does come with a bit of a cool down. I'm not talking about a fall blast of air here, but it doesn't look as hot. We're getting out of the 90s at least. Hour by hour forecast, 8 o'clock, 85 degrees. We're back into the 70s before midnight. That's where we'll spend most of the night. A couple of spots may briefly hit the upper 60s, and the only reason we are falling out of the 70s at all in a few spots is because humidity levels, while elevated, are not overwhelmingly high, and that makes a big difference, especially at night. So at the bus stop in the morning, we start in the 70s, but we quickly jump into the 80s. In fact, by 9 in the morning, already feels like 86. So shorts and t-shirts look good for tomorrow again. And look at the afternoon. We're talking at least upper 90s. Could even see some triple digits in our western counties. Getting into record territory for our Wednesday afternoon. Now, the chance of rain looks pretty slim for tomorrow. You'll notice dry conditions for the afternoon. I'd say we're 100% dry. Watching some storms to the north. Now, these will likely fall apart during the day before they reach us, but I'll keep an eye on that. We'll certainly be watching it. The whole team will be. Thursday's highs, mid to upper 90s out there, a lot like tomorrow. The humidity may go up another notch, though. So it looks like we're getting a break from the extreme heat Friday. Here's the problem. Humidity is going to be even higher, so I think the feels like temperature may be even hotter Friday than the next couple of days. We also bring in a few thunderstorms later in the day. Better chance comes Friday night into Saturday. High of 88 there. Sunday, I'm going to keep a stray shower around, especially in our southern counties. Some of us stay dry. Coolest part of the weekend, though, will be Labor Day itself with a high of only 82.
It's been 3 months since severe weather struck more than a dozen counties in western Kentucky. And while many families have found assistance and have rebuilt, FEMA officials are still on the ground seeking those who need help.
Our Jonathan Gregg travels to Hopkinsville to learn more about their ongoing efforts.
Over the last 3 months,
In this map, you can see the counties that have colors.
Roosevelt Ray has covered a lot of ground. Ray is a public information officer with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, spending weeks and months at a time in areas touched by disaster.
We coordinate with them to visit every county.
Every county impacted by severe weather and part of a presidential disaster declaration. Ray is attending to 11 western Kentucky counties struck by storms between May 21st through the 27th of this year. Ray says there may still be families who haven't yet connected with FEMA.
Also, we focus in displacement. If you, for any reason, your home is not secure, that you cannot live in, you can, there's a special program for you that we support you with funds?
FEMA can help reimburse Kentuckians for money spent on temporary lodging. There's also money available to help replace or rebuild items like walls, floors, windows, and more. Payments top out at $35,000.
But it depends case to case. We can make exceptions.
On May 26, several tornadoes tore across western Kentucky. An EF3 twister levied heavy damage to homes and property in Hopkins and surrounding counties.
It looks like the wind was blowing this way and it hit towards the house.
Angel Class with the U.S. Small Business Administration works in partnership with FEMA and may help fill in the gaps of recovery costs with low-interest government loans. The path of an EF2 tornado caused this damage in Christian County.
And let's say you're a renter and you're in a property that you lost everything. Well, go to SBA, apply with SBA. We may be able to help you with a loan to replace all those goods of the contents that you lost.
The SBA also has loans available to homeowners, businesses, and nonprofits. But in order to get lined up with SBA, you must start with FEMA.
Well, the first thing they have to do is apply with FEMA. I cannot make that more clear.
Inherently connecting with every impacted person in rural Kentucky can be challenging. However, even though 3 months have passed since these storms, residents can still apply with FEMA.
To be honest, every storm is different, and every storm is you're impacted. Why? Because you're dealing with human capital, you're dealing with people, and when you see people are suffering, you will always go back to the first time you've seen a disaster for your first time.
Resilience is key.
We're trained for that.
So Angel Class and Roosevelt Ray remain in the Commonwealth with no end date on the calendar and on the lookout for those who may still need help. Jonathan Gregg, Spectrum News.
Jonathan, thank you. And you can apply for FEMA assistance in several ways. Go online to disasterassistance.gov, or you can call the FEMA helpline at 800-621-3362. We'll take another look at your forecast at the top of the hour as you see the blue skies over Louisville today. Hottest day of the year so far, and then tomorrow looks even hotter. Details on what's ahead statewide with your weather on the ones.